Filthy pig.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Boomer vs. Doomer. I'm Jeremy, and that's Dan the Boomer. Dan, say hello to the piggies, please.
Hello.
This week, it was Boomer's choice, and he chose 2025's Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley, Chris Evans, and Audrey Plaza. Boomer, if you could summarize your viewing experience of Honey Don't in one word, what would it be?
I'm going to use more than one word. I can't describe
Permission
it in one
granted.
word.
Go ahead.
I can't describe it in one word. Well, it was kind of a takeoff on an old-fashioned noir type detective movie.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, where she was jaded and it was all the cliches. The cops all drink in the same bar. She drove a very old, 50, 60-year-old.
Yeah, like Chevelle or something.
Chevelle 396 Super Sport convertible. She didn't carry.
This is not the part where we cover the whole movie, just so
You said
we're
the experience. I liked it. It was a noir type. How do you say it? Noir.
Noir.
I'm not French. Is that a French word?
Oui.
Okay. It was a noir type, and they did all the cliches, and I thought it was funny. It was a funny. I looked at it as a comedy.
I think it's considered a dark comedy. So, okay.
Yes, dark comedy.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
What did you like about it?
I liked that it moved along and was kind of quirky, okay, and it was totally 2025/26. Everybody in it, no, not everybody, 97% of them, people in it were either gay, lesbian, homosexual, weird, covered all the cliches, but yet I wouldn't consider it woke because they weren't trying to preach it to you. It was just there because it's modern. And I found that very refreshing.
There's like two lesbians in the...
No.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
It's honey and it's...
Hold it, Jeremy. they worked, the girl, the niece worked at Wiener Heaven.
Yeah.
Okay? And you could tell that the guy in the drive-thru was jacking off, masturbating. Okay? You could tell.
I don't even remember that. I remember the Wiener Heaven
It was
part.
so much of the movie was like that. It was insignificant. Okay, yeah, it was just you take Humphrey Bogart movies from the 40s and transpose it to 2025, and she was a lesbian. They never covered how she was to be a private detective. Normally, you have to start out being a detective or something, right?
No, not necessarily.
Well, how would you become?
It's not like a prerequisite.
You're a barista, and then you became a detective.
You can. That's not the common trajectory.
She knew all the cops at the
right. I'm just saying you don't have to be licensed as a PI. You don't.
What I'm saying is they never covered it. They didn't. It was a short movie, which is also a plus, I thought.
Yeah, it was pretty short. It was about 90 minutes.
But they didn't have time to explain a lot of things.
Anything really. So Humphrey Bogart movies had a lot of like gratuitous softcore lesbian stuff, or
no, just sexual,
Sexual.
heterosexual.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That.
So this was just a modern update of it. She didn't even carry a phone. Okay, she had a Rolodex instead of. She didn't have a smartphone for sure. She didn't even have a cell phone, and she carried around a bunch of quarters to use payphones, which don't exist anymore.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. At first, I thought maybe this was just set in a previous timeline, and then I saw an iPhone, so I realized, okay, no, this is modern, because all the cars were older, and
it was a quirky type movie. And I did like that.
What did you not like about Honey Don't?
What did I not like? Well, they didn't. It was also a negative. It was a short movie, and they couldn't go into explaining a lot of things.
You notice I didn't really cover what I liked about the movie.
I did notice that, and I was very happy about that.
I don't even know where to be. You know,
Jeremy, the podcast is not over yet. You can still do that.
I don't have anything nice to say about this movie.
This is the real Dan and Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've agreed 2 weeks in a row. It was time to get.
We're done for the year.
So I think that this is a good summation of this movie. In the first joke that I noticed that they tried to make hit was the character that ends up getting killed, the assistant to Chris Evans, who's the pastor,
Which assistant? Because 2 of them got killed.
the like Australian one.
Okay, yeah.
He said, "You look like you work out," and he responds with, "You should see me handle a shake weight." Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a shake weight joke in 2025. The shake weight, which stopped being funny in 2009.
Most people don't even know what it
Yeah,
is.
most people who have a Netflix account weren't alive when the shake weight was released. You're 17.
Yeah.
If the shake weight was released on your birthday.
I don't think this was made for the 17-year-old audience.
It's just this was a movie packed full of funny people that didn't make me laugh once. Like Billy Eichner's funny, Charlie Day is funny, Audrey Plaza is funny,
was
Chris Evans is
satirical.
funny.
I thought it was
It wasn't. There was nothing landed here. Nothing was funny. I didn't find any. What gag made you laugh?
After the guy was jacking off in the to-go line, she said, "That's okay, take your time," because you could tell she had to say that to everybody, because everybody masturbates in the drive-through line at Wiener Heaven.
So
And he goes, "Okay, I'll take the combo." Which combo, sir? The Wiener combo. And what the fuck kind of place would be named Wiener Heaven? Okay, only in a movie like this. And she goes, "They're all Wiener combos."
and that made you laugh? You thought that was
No,
funny?
okay. As far as somebody having to pick me up off the floor and stop me from choking on my popcorn, I don't laugh like that in anything. Okay.
I thought you said you laughed like that during Anaconda.
No, I did not. I thought Anaconda was extremely funny. That I don't react like other human beings. I don't laugh like that at anything. Like at a comedy club, you'd think I was at a funeral.
I just did it. It was not funny. The niece's acting, the Wiener Heaven employee's acting was terrible. Like she was noticeably bad. I will say Margaret Qualley is very good. Like she's a great actress. She was the only character
Aubrey
that I
Plaza,
found.
You don't care for Aubrey Plaza?
Aubrey Plaza is normally great, but she didn't have much to do here. That was the thing. It's
She
like
was a killer.
she was a killer, but that didn't make sense. It didn't really I was abused, so now I'll kill
It
people.
didn't make sense, but they had to resolve the movie that way, and that was quite a twist. I did not see it coming.
No, but it didn't make sense. That's why you didn't see it coming, because it was stupid. Like it.
Who said it had? Why are you putting all these rules?
The-
Why does it have to make sense?
It should make a little sense. If it went
What
full
about
Bo
Darth
is afraid.
Vader? What about Darth Vader coming out of a toaster and being stuck in a little plastic suit? Makes sense.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like
Star
an
Wars
LSD trip?
doesn't make sense.
He didn't come out of a toaster. What
He's
the fuck?
burnt. He was in the lava pits.
Yeah.
Okay, and then now he can make people fly with his finger and shit. Come on, what makes sense about that?
So you're comparing this like dark comedy
I'm just
noir
saying
to a
movies
sci-fi
don't have
that
to
takes...
make sense.
They need to make sense within the movie.
Most
They don't
movies
have to
do
make
not
sense
make
in the
sense.
real world. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
The world establishes rules. No, it doesn't. It doesn't logically follow that she was the killer. It was just a stupid twist. Okay, it didn't make. There was no reason for it. This was a softcore porn with less humor and less of a plot, is what it was. The amount of like lesbian sexy, like, what was the point of all of that? It was like gratuitous lesbian sex scenes, but like just to have them, right? And normally, whatever.
Yes, just to have them, not force you to agree with it. And yes, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. And I want everything to be lesbian.
It doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? So it's not. So
The purpose of
she's
this movie
fingering her
was
at the
not-
bar in the first 5 seconds. Now, I guess.
Oh, well, it didn't take 5 seconds.
Right. Okay. So that's
Second
not
she
woke,
sat down.
but that's stupid, right? I don't care.
It
I'm
is
not the one that
stupid.
calls movies woke
It is stupid.
because it has gay
It was not
character.
well. They didn't put that scene in there because they wanted me and you to turn into lesbians.
No, I don't know why they put that in. That's what I don't understand.
I don't know why they put it in either. But I go back to what I said. It was a very quirky movie.
Okay, Chris Evans, his entire storyline is pointless.
No, I think he played a typical "give me your money"
Preacher.
and
But to what
pretend like you believe in God.
to what end though? What did it have to do with
it just
anything?
It was part of okay. the niece's boyfriend, okay, where she goes over there and beats him up with the sap,
Yeah.
and he was stereotypical. He had a 12 gauge exposed barrel shotgun. He would never have a kid that age would never have a gun like that. And she
Okay.
goes, why do they always have guns?
Right, but okay.
So if you're gonna pick at everything in the movie,
No. You're not
then-
understanding. I'm saying that.
I don't understand.
Yeah. What a surprise! You don't understand.
I don't understand.
I'm saying
Jeremy.
that it doesn't make Chris Evans's entire plot line, the drugs, the church, all of that, was like half the movie, and didn't do any. It had nothing to do
It was a bit
with the other
disjointed, yeah.
plot. It was like a B plot.
It
in
led
a,
you down to think it was going to go that way with the murderer, but it took a
His
right turn.
entire storyline could have been one scene. Or two scenes, tops. It didn't have to be half the fucking movie. And we didn't have to see him, like, banging two fat girls at the same time. And then the guy comes in and is like, I kill you, my abuela. And then he blinks, and then he's behind him and he's dead.
Actually,
It
he didn't. He had his eyes closed and covered as he was shooting
Yes.
and walking up to the
and then
bed.
shoots nobody.
Well, that's not a great technique for shooting.
Okay, but none of that had any impact on the story.
I thought
None
it
of
was
it.
I thought it was entertaining.
But it didn't. It had no story impact.
We have
it
different
wasn't
views of
entertaining.
entertainment, Jeremy. For you, you need to watch a movie where people, when you're done watching it and you talk about how great it was, people say, "Man, I wish I was like Jeremy with his insight and
No.
his deep thinking."
No.
Okay,
Not at
I
all.
like movies that just make shit blow up and it's fun to watch.
Yes, I could sit you and a 3-year-old down, and you guys could probably agree on what's fun. I
well,
understand
we
that.
both know what we like,
This
and we don't care what
this
other
is a
people
movie
think.
that, like, a wannabe pseudo intellectual would call like a smart movie. This is a dumb guy's
I can't
idea of a
stand it.
smart movie.
I can't stand it anymore. Let's cut to the chase. What do you give it?
Give me back my time. It was awful.
You can't.
1
have
out
your
of
time.
5.
You
It's
can't have your time back.
terrible.
In fact, we're gonna fine you.
Who
and
would
have
you
to pay
recommend
double
this
time.
movie to? Who would you recommend it to?
Anybody over the age of 16.
I feel like if I recommended this to somebody at work, I would have an HR violation on my hand, number one.
I'm sure you have many.
It's a form of sexual harassment, is to recommend this movie to somebody. It's so, like, in your face with, listen, this settles which of the Coen brothers is the talented one, and hint, it's not Ethan, okay? Joel, if you're out there, make better,
You're trying to come between the brothers.
Now,
here?
okay, here's a little interesting tidbit.
I'm surprised you're not
Okay.
interested in what I would give it.
Well, we'll get there, but I need to get this bit out.
Get
okay,
this bit
before you
out,
stomp all
Jeremy,
over it.
like you're giving birth to it.
So this was written by Ethan Coen and his wife, Trisha Cook, I think her name is.
Why do they have different names?
Here's an interesting thing. Trisha Cook describes her marriage to her husband, Ethan Coen, as, quote, a non-traditional queer and open relationship. Okay?
Yeah.
When a woman who is married to a man describes their relationship as queer, you know that the art is bad. Okay? I think that's
Is that what you know?
what
where
you know.
That's where you.
That is what
okay.
a talentless woman
I went
describes her
somewhere else,
straight
but what-
marriage as.
Yeah.
So what do you give it?
Hold it in.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Are you nuts?
No, I'm not.
Oh
nuts.
my
I'm not
God.
nuts. I'm not.
What? Ow! What
do
was
you
your
mean, how?
favorite part of this movie? If you talk about that goddamn Wiener Hut scene again,
No.
how did this keep your interest?
Okay. Like just when she'd go back to the office and her secretary would. Okay, I can make coffee for you. I want to make General Yum. I want to keep him in business because we share this mall. Just little things like that. It was quirky and it was. To me, that is funny. Do I have to grab my gut and spit and roll around on the floor and miss 45 minutes of the movie? No, that's not how I laugh.
I feel like you're liking this despite me. There's no way you actually enjoyed this. This was painful.
I don't have to like this.
This was
despite you.
painful and boring and nonsensical and
See, and then I picked it, and you had to watch it and sit through that. Is enjoyment?
that's
enough
what I
for
feel.
me.
This is Napoleon Dynamite ass humor, but like without any of the funny parts. Okay, it just doesn't. It doesn't
You
work.
know, see, here's the thing, Jeremy. I'm not trying to change you. I'm not trying to force you to make you to start liking this type of movie. I just wanted you to experience it and see what you thought. And I kind of knew what you would. I knew you would hate
I
it.
actually thought you would hate this. I'm not gonna like.
I'm,
I thought
I'm
you would
sure,
hate this.
because you don't understand me at all.
Yeah, because
And you
like,
never will.
Again, if I showed this to a toddler, they wouldn't like it either. So that's why normally you have an overlapping thing with like a 3 or 4-year-old. So it's good for you to step outside your comfort zone and IQ zone. But anyways, we do not agree, obviously, on Honey Don't. But that was Honey Don't. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Which one of us do you agree with, the slop connoisseur or me? Boomer, do you have anything else for the people?
People, this is the time for you to show your true colors and what kind of person you are.
I don't think colors can be stupid, but we'll see. All right. Goodbye.